So I interviewed someone from Mayo in Rochester. She works as a quality specialist. So when I'm looking further into like what she does is she spends 8 hours a day at home. Her job entails her to work from home, and so she logs onto her computer for the first 4 hours, and she referenced like the queue is what they call it. And so basically, if transcriptionists or scribes or anything like that, any people like that have a question, they're able to put it onto the queue, and then this individual is able to like reply and how to like help them. It's kind of like a help center in a way. So that's the first 4 hours of the job, and then the next 4 hours is she reviews all those notes that the scribes and the transcriptionists wrote. And so she looks for errors in those notes. So for example, it could be a minor, a major, or a critical error. And the minors are just like when you're reviewing the transcriptionist notes or the scribes, it's basically you're looking at the notes, and if there's any typos or grammatical errors, those would be considered a minor error. Majors are when you change what the scribe or the doctors were, or patients or doctors were trying to say. So say a patient presented to the ER with shortness of breath, and the scribe writes down, patient did not experience shortness of breath. They kind of changed what that was meaning, which does not improve patient safety. So that is that. And then critical errors are when you change the medication and write down something completely different. I thought it was also interesting that she brought up that when they experienced and they got Epic in the healthcare field, they didn't have, like, they lost a bunch of jobs because Epic's computer system kind of took over those roles. And she was lucky enough to keep her job. Also, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, there was a lot of people that got furloughed. She was not one of those individuals, but she did describe that like the work conditions were pretty hard during that time because she was working very, very long hours, as long with many, many other healthcare professionals. But she was working long hours and just kind of a tough work environment. But when we apply this job into like nursing and the healthcare field, a lesson that like we can learn is that like when talking to scribes or transcriptionists and all those people who are writing down those notes, like make sure that we're just like making sure that the information that we are giving is correct and clear and there's no like errors. And sometimes even if you just say like, can you repeat what you said, like after you say it, it's like, can you, like a teach back kind of thing, they should be able to like understand like that's so they don't have to do so many like critiques and errors when they get the transcriptionist notes back. But overall, I really enjoyed this project and I look forward to seeing your guys' videos.